And that smash for 6 as well. Watch out, swimming pool. That's up on the nets. Flicked off the pads, straight through square. Zishan Ali continuing off where he left off last week. Smashing that 70-odd in just 9 overs. He's in some good form. He was good in the internationals. He was good last week, and he started strongly here as well. It's a batting track, let's be honest. It's not going to be much for the seamers. Oh, as that one's dragged down the leg side. In fact, in that women's final this morning, only 2 bowlers managed to find a wicket in both innings combined. No wickets for the bowlers for HKCC, 2 wickets for CCC. There's 3 run-outs to go with that. And it's a decent track. Need to make the batter force the error. Goes flick again. This time he's going through mid-wicket as it bounces off the pavilion. Well, left a little mark up there, just below the glass. Good footwork. Again, getting to the pitch of the ball. Four maximums in 8 deliveries. 30 on the board already. This could be a very big score. As Yasin Mirza said, they wanted to bat first. They want to put a big total on and then defend. Started strongly. A little conference between Captain Kinchit and Adil. Shuffle again, same result. That one's bigger. Watch out, people having lunch up on the top deck, because that's coming your way. Every legal delivery this over so far has been planted over the ropes for a maximum. So 19 off it. That ball's gone. Maybe it went up and over the top of the diners onto the roof past the clock. It's going to require a new ball to come out. That's why we're having a bit of a delay. Now, this is wise from David Jakir. He's got the lid because Zishan has been dancing. He's been showing off his dance moves this over. Hot footing it down the pitch, getting to the fall of the ball. A very experienced David Jakir keeping up. Got a third out in the deep, George Loop. Quite square though. To be on his A game, and Adil's going to have to make sure he doesn't drag it down leg with Jakir up to the stumps. Still a delay. Not sure what the delay is at the other end. Okay, looks like we can continue. Will Zishan continue doing what he's been doing, which is hitting a 6 off every legal delivery? 19 off this over already. He's gone past Aslan's score. And still not ready to go. Oh, stays in the crease and gets a big, thick edge. It's going very fine. Luke can't get there, 4 runs. Oh, that's kind of heartbreak for Adil. Jakir up to the stumps, got past the gloves quickly. If he was back, You probably would have had a chance to get a dive catch in. As I said, loop was quite wide and that went very fine. It's that kind of over. Very late trying to play that one, Zishan. And got the thick edge. Boundary off every delivery still. 2 balls remaining. Oh, it's a better ball. Squirted down to loop deep third for a single. Stemmed the boundaries at least. 1 ball left of the second. And so Arslan, who had the fireworks in the first over, gets to face a delivery in the second. Loop moves into a fine leg. Yush goes back for the left-hander. Oh, that's coming our way. Watch your heads, everybody. Nope. It's landed on the ropes. Big 6 as it dropped out of the tree. Big top edge from Shabir to finish off a massive over. Skied up, over it goes. 6 runs. That's a massive over. I've lost count of how many sixes. What was it? 4 sixes, a 4, a wide and a single. 30 runs coming from Adil Mahmood's first. And after 2, PACC are almost at the half-century mark. They're 47 for none. And we're at the toss. Head from Captain Kinshid Shah. Small boundaries at HKCC allow this kind of hitting. The ropes are as far back as possible. I've never seen the ropes as far back as this. On every part of the ground, the ropes are right to the edge of the grass. And even still, hasn't bothered either of these two in the middle as Ayush comes into Zishan. On the toes, Yorker wants the quick single, gets it as it squirts out to Nazukat. Still happy to come down the pitch, Zishan, with Jakir back. I'm not sure with Ayush's pace we'll be seeing DJ up to the stumps. More chats about what they're going to do. Martin Kutsia, Kinshid Shah and Ayush all in discussion. Deep point for that cut shot now that Arslan so likes. I think they might be putting, they're really packing the offside field. 5-4 now. And a deep third down near the new club pavilion. And he's got the edge, he's walking, you can hear it from here. Gets the breakthrough, Ayush strikes in his second as PACC lose their first on 48. Big swing, kept it wide and just edged straight off to Dakir, who did the rest. And that's a good breakthrough, breaking a 48-run partnership. Arslan departs for 22. And Manjinder Sunny Singh comes to the crease. Not that late into the innings, but with lots of runs already on the board. 48 on the board, 2.2 overs done. But an important breakthrough for the HKCC team to stem the run flow. Zishan Ali, he's already at a quarter century off 7. He's still out there at the non-striker's end. We know how big Sunny Singh can hit. Nazukat Khan there on screen, heading back to mid-on. Does get rid of the left-right combo at least. Not as many changes in the field. Keeping a deep square leg and putting a deep third back. The pitch we're using today is closer to the clubhouse, the main pavilion. So, as you saw in over number 2, that's the one that Zishan attacked. Bit longer to the leg side from this end. I think they're going to put a slip in here. Martin Kutzia heading down to join Jakir. Oh, gets the bumper, but that's going to be too much bumper. Over bumpered. Not so much the chin music, but whistle over the top of the head music for Sunny Singh. Tall man, so decent bumper from Ayush. Just a little bit short. Good bounce in the pitch, you could see. Just welcoming Manjinder to the crease. Zishan back on strike with the leg by. Wrapped on the pads. Apologies. There's a super popped up on screen. Fix that one. As Ayush comes in again. And another dance from Zishan. And that's got plenty on it as well. Yep, smashes into the sheds for another maximum. And he moves into the 30s. Balls left. Zishan 31 off 8. He was in a mood last week. 4 sixes and a 4 in his 31. And cut away. That'll be 4 as well. That's delicate down towards the training nets as it runs away. Keeps the boundaries flowing. No slowing down. Come and gone past the half-century mark with the wide and leg by. And now up to 60. Not even halfway through the power play. Oh, little spoon up. Ayush can't get there. A rare dot ball for Zishan. Halfway through the power play, PACC 60 for 1. And halfway through the power play, we're going to welcome into commentary Canon Asuri. Good afternoon to you, Canon.
Hi there, Aaron. Good afternoon. And good afternoon, everyone joining us today for a brilliant finals in the Men's Premier League T20 match. Has been an excellent start for PACC. 60 runs so far from the first 3 overs. I think exactly what the captain was looking for when he was looking to bat first. Put a lot of runs on the board early and then look to put the pressure on the other bowling side. Squeezed into the offside. No runs there. Change in the bowling for HKCC. Mohsin Khan into the attack. Bowling now to Manjinder Singh. Nice full delivery again. Driven. Well kept there. Good bowling so far by Mohsin. 3 dot deliveries. Good ball, half a peel there. Leg byes are signaled by the umpire. Maybe a chance there. Thought initially there might have been some bat on it. But they run across for a single. That brings on Zishan Ali back onto the strike. Very dangerous so far. 35 from just 10 deliveries. Full delivery and dropped at mid-wicket. It was just moved in at that last delivery. Low full toss, flicked away by Zishan. But a chance goes begging. The very dangerous Zishan Ali giving a chance to HKCC. Unfortunate they couldn't capitalize. Final delivery. Fuller driven down the ground. They'll pick up the 1 to end the over. A very tidy over. Just 2 runs from it for PACC. And at the end of the 4th over, they are 62 for the loss of 1. Looks to be a change in ends for Adil. Bowling again to Zishan Ali. Onto the knees, plays it all out to the deep square. Picks up the single. There's protection there now. Adil Mahmood definitely looked to have a better over, an expensive first one. Big swing there by Manjinder Singh. Playing a little bit across the line. Still stuck on 0 at the moment. Looking for his first runs. Good delivery there. Well kept there behind the stumps by David Yecker. Big hit there now, down the ground, one bounce and into the ropes. And Manjinder Singh is off the mark with a boundary. Saw it early, plays it with the flat bat right over the top of the mid-off fielder. That's the first boundary of the over. Tidy over so far from Adil Mahmood. Just 5 runs from the 4 deliveries. Will look to finish strong. Tried to pull that away, but no contact with the bat. Run across for a bye. One more delivery left in the 5th over. Good delivery to finish off the over. No room for the batsman. It'll be a top ball to end the over. PACC are 68 for 1 at the end of 5 overs. One more over left in the power play. Good start here by PACC. 68 runs so far from the power plays. Would like to get a couple more on there by the end of the next over. And that would be a solid foundation as they look towards building a big score up first. And it'll be Mohsin Khan to continue. Full delivery out to the long on fielder and caught in the deep. Brilliantly taken. And that's another wicket gone for PACC. Pitched up by Mohsin Khan. Manjinder Singh, eyes lit up, hits it straight down the ground, but the fielder, Nazakat Khan, safest pair of hands there and completes the catch. And that's the first wicket for Mohsin Khan. That ends Manjinder's time in the middle, and only 4 runs for his wicket. Big wicket there for HKCC as they come towards the end of the power play. And that will bring out the new batter for PACC, Tariq Nawaz, into the middle. Good bowling so far by Mohsin Khan. Good first over and a wicket from the start of his second. Now bowling to the new batsman. Short cutaway and a boundary to start off for Tariq Nawaz. Brilliantly played. Waited on the delivery, just got enough room, plays it late behind point and rewarded with a boundary. to get off the mark. Quick single there, shy at the stumps. No problem getting to the other end. Very good cricket there. Picking up the boundary and getting off strike. Bringing Zishan Ali to face the next delivery. Good delivery, played it off to the leg side, and a quick single. Captain Kinchit Shah there on screen. Full delivery, squeezed out to the offside. And here comes the final delivery of the power play, barring any extras. Another full delivery, played away to the offside for a dot. That'll end the 6 overs. That's the end of the power play. A very good one for PACC, 74 runs from it. HKCC also able to pick up 2 wickets. And an excellent start to this Men's Premier League T20 final. And having a look at the worm, big start for PACC, quickly off in the first 3 overs until the loss of their first wicket. Then another wicket to slow things down. They were 60 off the first 3 overs, and HKCC done well to pull it back. Just 14 following those first 3 overs. And as the fielding restrictions are lifted, the field spreads out. And it'll be Adil Mahmood to continue into his 3rd over. Oh, high up in the air, misjudged it, could not pick it up. It's been dropped. Tried to delicately play it behind square, but it pops up high up into the bright sunny sky. Fielder was underneath it but couldn't complete the catch. Another chance there. Could have been the end of Zishan Ali there. But another life. Now Tariq Nawaz on strike. Just dropped onto the leg side. And pick up a quick single there. No fielders on inside the 30-yard circle on the leg side except for the short fine leg. So plenty of room for the batsman to work onto the leg side to pick up singles. Boundary riders on the leg side, mid-wicket, long on, deep square leg. Edged away, but straight to the short third man. Flying off the bat there. On the bounce, was able to be picked up. A fuller delivery, and Zishan was onto it early and plays it over the mid-wicket fence for a maximum. A fuller delivery there by Adil Mahmood, and Zishan Ali was quickly onto it. Excellent shot. And Zishan moves on to 45 from 18 deliveries. A brilliant start. Starting from the top. As we await a replacement ball, umpires just discussing. Plenty of maximum so far in this short innings so far. Back live. Cut away there, but straight to the point fielder. That'll be the end of the 7th over. 8 coming from it, and PACC are 82 for 2. And HKCC will change up the bowling, and they will bring in Luke Jones into the attack. He's gonna come in with some wrist spin. Short ball into the deep and caught by the deep cover fielder. Perfectly placed, and Luke Jones picks up a wicket off the first delivery. Short ball Tariq Nawaz thought he had the gap, but had enough on the ball to pick out the fielder in the deep. That will be the end of Tariq Nawaz for 6 runs. And HKCC pick up their 3rd wicket. And that'll bring out the captain, Yasim Murtaza, into the middle to join Zishan Ali. And Pakistan Association Cricket Club, just a couple of extra wickets they lost in short succession. And HKCC will feel a lot better after the big overs that PACC got from the first few. Now pulling it back over the next 4 overs with wickets and some tidy bowling. And Luke Jones now, wicket off the first delivery. Now will bowl to the left-handed Yasim. Wide delivery signaled. Tucked away on the leg side for a single. Yasim Murtaza off the mark. Brings back Zishan Ali into strike. Another quicker delivery, but straying down the leg side for another wide. Seems to be a plan that Luke Jones is trying to execute. A little bit of grip and turn on that last delivery, played out into the deep. Flights it and full delivery. Defended back. Full delivery pitched up, played up in the air. Fielder getting underneath it and completes the catch. A big wicket. A big wicket of the captain, Yasim Murtaza. Didn't get all of it. Ends up skying it high as the long off fielder comes in. And it's Garcia completing the catch that sends back the PACC captain cheaply for just the single. A big wicket here for HKCC. And now PACC on the back foot. 4 wickets down for 86 runs with a delivery to go in the 8th over. And that'll be the 2nd wicket for Luke Jones in his first over. 4 runs so far, 2 wickets, and another ball. And exactly what HKCC needed to get a hold onto this game quickly. The bowling change has worked for Kinshid Shah, bringing on the spinning works of Luke Jones. And that will bring out Tanvir Afzal into the middle. The final delivery of the 8th over. Punched back, well fielded by Luke Jones to end the over. A very, very good over for HKCC. 4 from it and 2 wickets as well. PACC are 86 for 4 at the end of 8. And we'll be welcoming back Aaron Bush into the comms.
Thanks, Cannon. Well, it's all gone on since I left halfway through the power play. Zishan was going mad, 35 off 8. No wickets down. 5 overs later, 4 wickets down. And really pegging it back here, HKCC. Luke Jones, brilliant. Great catch in the deep by Martin Kutsia as well to help get him in second. The dangerous Yasim Murtaza back in the dugout. Sahal Malvinkar to take over the ball from the Forest end. Interesting they didn't go with spin. I know it's a short boundary, but after the turn that... Oh, this is going to be close. The flick and throw. Direct hit as well, but safely hope. Yeah, options of spin. They've got Nazaket, they've got Kinshit. No Archman. Maybe a little thin on the spin stocks, but lots of good medium paces and quicks.
Yes, will be interesting to see how Kinshit moves his bowlers around.
Another quick single into a vacant leg square. Rossley, who also took a good catch, comes inside the circle. Some turn on offer. PACC do have their premier spinners of Yasim and Mohammad Gazamfa. Anas Khan as well. On the front, pads full. Finger, yes! That's the end of Zishan Ali. He departs for 47 and they're halfway down now, PACC on 88.
Big wicket there, brilliantly bowled. Ball kept straight. Zishan, unfortunately, trying to play across the line there, misses the delivery, and it was an easy decision for the umpire in the end, and he has to depart for a very good 47. Really needed him to stay out there in the middle, with PACC losing now their 5th wicket for 88 runs.
What a time there early on. You thought PACC might be getting 250 plus. 88 for 5. Maybe not even 150. Good fight back from HKCC. Looking to take home both trophies today after the women's got the job done this morning over Craigengow. PACC looking to upset the double. The man that scored more than half the runs is back in the dugout. It says Anas on screen, but is that Anas or Hafiz coming out to the crease? Body shape looks more like Hafiz. There we go. A young superstar in the making, PACC, Hafiz Khan. Out to the crease at number 7. Does mean that they still have the big hitting Anas Khan to come. And a man that made a century up here, I think, a few weekends ago, Nazrullah Runner. Stays a little low, cut backward a point. Hafiz needs to remember who's at point. It was Luke Jones as usual.
Very quick work there. Instantly right back into the hands of the keeper, who whips off the bails. PACC cannot afford to lose another wicket. They really need a partnership right now. It has to come from these two.
Oh, didn't know much about that one, Hafiz. Inside edge through square. Gets off the mark, though. This is good bowling from Sahal. Interesting, I hadn't seen Luke Jones bowl in about 2 years, and I haven't seen Sahal bowl in about a year. I did miss some of the games earlier in the Premier League, but both of them had shoulder injuries for quite a long time. Both of them getting wickets today. Full. Almost punched straight back into the head on the bounce. Tanvir will take a single, round out another good over for HKCC. 4 runs and a wicket coming in the 9th. PACC still going at 10s though. They're 90 for 5. Jones to continue, catch called and catch taken. Jones strikes again and he's got 3.
A big slash there by Tanvir. Looking to go up and over, gets the edge. And he loses his wicket now. That's 6 down for PACC. A spot of bother now.
And I think we'll win the drinks break here at HKCC with the wickets tumbling. Luke Jones 4 for 3, 3 for 4 in the bowling stacks, plus a wicket to Sahal, who took that catch as well. Have a look at the batting and bowling card so far today. And for PACC, sent in to bat, Zishan got off to a flyer, especially with Arslan Shabir. And a great partnership, but Arslan was caught behind off the bowling of Ayush Shukla for 22. Zishan out for a 47. LBW last over. Sunny Singh didn't get started. Just the 1 boundary, 4 off 10. Tariq Nawaz similar, 6 off 7. Yassim just skied one up in the air. And Martin Kutsia did the rest. And Tanvir Asval right there, holding out to point. And Sahal taking a good catch. So it's Hafiz Khan and Nazrullah Rana out in the middle. And the bowling card for HKCC, Gunnan.
Good bowling change by HKCC. Ayush Shukla opened the innings, 2 overs for 29, picking up a wicket. Adil Mahmood was very expensive in his first over, going for 30 and then recovering with 2 more overs, 3 overs for 43. Mohsin Khan, 7 runs from his 2 overs and picking up the wicket. And Luke Jones, the pick of the bowlers so far, 3 wickets, 4 runs from his 1.1 overs, and an over from Sahil as well. 4 runs, a wicket from his lone over so far. As we are into drinks, and we'll be back shortly to continue the PACC batting innings.
A quick drinks break here at HKCC with 5 balls left of the 10th. And it is Nazrullah Rana coming to the crease. Luke Jones has 3 for. Another peach from Luke. And he's literally and metaphorically turned this game on its head. Getting that to grip and rip, causing the false strokes. Late on at this one. Luke picks up and throws, direct hit. Safely through for Hafiz.
Quick look at that direct hit. Hafiz safely into his crease.
Good throw from George Loop, running in. Third inside the circle. Just letting the batters know. Quick singles could be costly. And again, they're going to go for the quick one. Jones picks up and throws. Hafiz is being peppered at the moment, but gets through for another single. Goes the reverse, goes fine again. It's Loop, pick up and throw, and another direct hit. And Hafiz again safely home. Only dealing in singles here off Jones. I like the inventiveness of Nasrullah, trying to negate Jones's spin, going the reverse, but just didn't quite paddle it enough. Quite a turnaround. 47 off the first 2 overs. He's now 93 for 6. That one fired down the leg side. Got a deep square leg and a deep mid wicket and a long on. 3 out on the boundary on the leg side, and then they've got Mohsin Khan at a backward square inside on the 45 behind square. This one's on the offside. And work to do for Rosley, who has to come all the way in. Hafiz wanted 2. Nasrullah said no. So it'll be 5 runs and a wicket coming from the 10th. Halfway there for PACC. They're 95 for 6. Sahal to continue. Goes the Yorker length, chopped out by Hafiz. Finds another single. He's prodding around the singles at the moment. Get the new partnership formed. I did say earlier on, it's a kind of pitch where the batter's going to get themselves out. Only had the 1 LBW, no bowled. Plenty of catches. So the miss hits have caused the issue so far for PACC. Fired down the leg side. Good work from Jakir. I mean, he's up to the stumps, and Sahal's put that. He's yeeted it down the leg side. Managed to keep it to a wide +1. That's better from Sahal.
Very tidy bowling now by HKCC. The tandem of Sahil and Luke Jones keeping it very tight. Squeezed out for a single.
And you go back to that first 3 or 4 overs and the amount of boundaries we saw. Now they've just completely dried up. Speaking of dried up, 26.8 degrees today. I was promised 24, so I'm overdressed. And 44% humidity. I'm cracking up. That's very dry. The weather and the boundaries all drying up on a Sunday afternoon. There's another single for Nasrullah, run up. 100 up though for PACC. Thought they were going to do it in about 4 overs there at one point. It's taken 10.4 now. This is a tricky part of the game for PACC. They don't have the wickets in hand they'd like. Hence the boundaries drying up. Not the freedom to swing hard. They have 8 wickets in hand. They lose these 2, and it'll be Anas Khan and into the tail enders.
Yes, expect them to build up a partnership here. Play a couple of more overs. Get closer to the 20 over mark before launching.
Another one missed out down the leg side, this time by Runner. But yes, Runner, I expect if he's still there at 16, 17 over the mark, he's going to try to unleash and can. Seen it. As I said, I think he did it. Scored his century up here batting number 3 a couple of weekends ago when the internationals were on. Perhaps just to prove a point. He was left out of the squad. Another cheeky single when it goes to Luke Jones. Yeah, that's the end of the over. After 11, PACC bringing up the century mark. They're 103 for 6.
Luke Jones to continue into his 3rd.
Still getting some good turn when turning away. Nasrul Runner asking umpire Tabarak Dar why it wasn't wide. He says because it wasn't. So goes the reverse again, picks out loop again. Hafiz has to hurry and a little fumble. Make sure no direct hit this time. Waits on it, goes aerial. Doesn't carry out into the deep. Rosley one bounce, keeps it to 1 as well. This is some fight back by HKCC. What we love to see in the final of the Premier League. 2 sides battling it out throughout the 20 overs. Oh, shuffling back onto the crease, dangerous. It survives. It's an inside edge.
Definitely an extra chance that the batsman takes. Moving back can always be got caught, stuck in the crease.
And it always looks so guilty when you do it. You shuffle back, square up. Given room, that's spotted hard. There's the end of the boundary drought. Smashed away through mid-wicket for 4.
Good looking shot there by Hafiz. Waited on it and pulled away.
Back live, he's chopped down on this one and found a single. Didn't run straight to a loop. So end of the over, you'd say it was a good one for PACC. 8 runs coming from the 12th. They're all the ones. 1-1-1 for 6.
Change in bowling. Kinchit will bring himself on into the attack.
I thought we'd see this a bit earlier, Cunnan. It's the 13th over. Let Sahal do his job, and he got a wicket, so can't complain.
I think some very good work by Luke and Sahil. which allowed Kinshit to wait to bring himself on to see how those two fare for a little while longer. And that persistence has worked well for Kinshit. Able to get 4 wickets between the two bowlers.
If he's on strike, that one's paddled away nicely onto the very fast bowling green area. That's hard to cut off, can't cut off.
A very good shot there. Excellent by Hafiz. Quickly onto it. Found that gap behind square and picks up the boundary. A boundary off the first delivery is always a good start for the batting side. A little bit of pressure on the bowler. Kinshit will now make his adjustments.
Better delivery this time from Kinshit, eased through square leg for a single. Well, they're mixing up the field. Luke Jones is on the leg side now at mid-wicket. I was expecting to see Rossley chase that one down on the first delivery, but it was Nazaka at deep square leg. Kinshit wants his fielders where he wants them. So catching position mid-wicket for Luke Jones. So he's not at point, so that's going to go for 4. Gets through loop and all the way to the picket fence.
Great shot that by Nasrullah Rana. Playing it late, cutting it past the point fielder, and picks up the boundary. Finally some boundaries for PACC.
Swats that but straight to Jones, who rare misfield. I believe he had a rare drop catch while I was off comms as well. Made up for it with all those wickets he's got, though. Faster one from Kinshit. This is down the ground. Martin could see a slipped. Otherwise, he had that one covered. It's going to be 4.
A chance there, half a chance. Unfortunate. Martin Garcia just trying to get in position, slipping, losing his balance. And the ball runs away into the boundary. So we have a quick search for it. And the ball is back in play. Thanks to the very helpful Aaron Bush.
Well, I think it was 4.
Played away to the mid-wicket fielder for a single. That'll be the end of the 13th over. A very good over for PACC. 14 coming off that over. And they are 125 for the loss of 6. And looks like Luke Jones will continue and finish off his 4 overs. Reverse sweep there by Nasrullah Rana. He's been working on it very nicely. Pulling it out effectively against Luke. Unfortunately not able to get a lot of runs. A full toss there, picked up nicely, placed over the pavilion, and that's a maximum. Luke Jones just lighting it up, and Nasrullah Rana getting down on one knee and sweeping that ball for a maximum. Great ball there by Luke Jones. A good comeback. Just in front, inviting Nasrullah Rana to play forward. Missing the outside edge of the bat. And tidy work behind by David Jacker. popped onto the offside, inside edge for a single. Nope, that'll bring Hafiz Khan onto the strike. Cutaway to the deep covers. Just the single. Final delivery of Luke Jones' spell. Flighted into the covers. That'll be a dot ball to end his fourth over. Brilliant bowling by Luke Jones from his spell. 4 overs of 25, picking up 3 big wickets for HKCC. And PACC are 133 for the loss of 6 at the end of 14 overs. A very good partnership by these two. Hafiz Khan and Nasrullah Rana. Exactly what PACC needed after losing 2-3 wickets on the trot without disturbing the scorecard much. And a change in the bowling for HKCC. Ayush Shukla will be brought into the attack. Spread out field on the leg side. Deep square leg, mid wicket, long on. Bowled it outside off, run off for a quick single. Good throw, but no problem in the end for Hafiz. Oh, brilliantly picked up by Nasrullah Rana. Chased down there by the fielder. Drops within the playing field. And they run back for 2. Good shot there. Picked it up early, but went up very high. And the deep square leg fielder able to run around and cut it off, keeping it just to the 2. Good ball there. Outside the off stump. Full delivery there. Hit down the ground. Pick up a single down at long off. Great delivery there. Right past the batsman. Couldn't get any bat onto it. Big hit there, up in the air, into the gap. Good fielding there by Martin Garcia. As the batters run back for 2. That'll end the 15th over. 6 from it. And PACC 139 for 6 after 15 overs. 5 overs remaining. PACC looking much better now after losing the 6th wicket early. These two out in the middle building up a very good partnership as PACC go into the final 5 overs of their innings. And a change in bowling in the other end. Mohsin Khan into the attack. Just talking to the bowler, getting the field just right. Third man's back. Covers on the offside. Fielders down the ground at long off and long on, and a mid-wicket. Great delivery, right in the block hole, squeezed out there. Picking up a single out to the covers. Little bit of a juggle there, but no problems. Just a single in the end for Nasrullah Rana. 140 up for PACC. Just under 5 overs to go. They can try to push towards that 200 run mark. Hafiz getting down, trying to sweep it past, unable to get any bat onto it. They scamper across for a single there. Very good bowling so far by Mohsin Khan. A big outside edge, flies over point and into the boundary. That'll be a welcome boundary for PACC. Pitched up, full. Have a big swing, Nasrullah Rana did. Gets a flying edge. And a boundary to his name. On to his 30s now, a handy 30. And he'll look to go on to help PACC get to the big score. As we look around the Hong Kong Cricket Club, as the members and viewers watching on this exciting finals match. Big hit there, up in the air. Nazakir Khan under it, and he completes the catch. Safe pair of hands, and Mohsin Khan picks up another wicket. Big blow for PACC. Nasrullah Rana departs for 30. Very nicely settled under that ball. Nazakir Khan completing the catch. That ends Nasrullah Rana's innings. Very good innings, but would have liked to see him continue to get closer to the 20 over mark. But unfortunately, returns back to the dugout. Have a look again. Big swing. Thought he had a chance to clear the fielder, but in the end, more height than distance. As HKCC pick up another wicket. And this brings out Anas Khan, the very dangerous and big hitting Anas Khan. Some great work here by HKCC this afternoon. Every time PACC started to look comfortable, started to get runs flowing, able to pick up a wicket just to flip the pressure back on to PACC. Anas Khan now facing Mohsin Khan. Edged, and it flies away. And that'll be a boundary. Streaky, but nonetheless a boundary for PACC. First up, big swing, thick outside edge. No fielder back down deep in the third man region. And he picks up 4 runs. A brilliant follow-up delivery, no room there. And it flies through to the keeper in the end. A good over to finish up. Another wicket for HKCC. 10 runs from it for PACC. They're 149 for the loss of 7 at the end of 16. Sahil back into the attack. Excuse me, Sahal. Played down the ground for a single there. That'll also bring up the 150 for PACC. Looked difficult for a moment there when they lost 6 wickets. But a good partnership from Hafiz and Nasrullah Rana consolidated their innings, putting up a respectable 150 on the board already now. Wide and full. Played down. Full ball flicked away onto the leg side. Just a single. With now just the tailenders left, expect these two to try to play off the remaining 3.5 overs. Although Anas also looking to find the big hit. Very clean striker of the ball. Doesn't have long to settle in. But every run will be helpful for PACC. Great ball there, nice and full, no room, no space. Anas couldn't get under it. Another dot ball there by Sahal. This one a little bit too far wide. Umpire signaling. Right intention by Sahal. Keeping it full and outside off. Not getting into the arc The leg side of Anas is the shorter boundary. And after a couple of very good full deliveries, the umpire penalizing Sahal here for the last two. A little bit too wide there. So we'll have to adjust here from Sahal for the final delivery of the over. And seems the adjustment hasn't been done yet. Still going wide. That's a hat trick of wides. Good ball there, just played off onto the offside to pick up a single to end the over. A lot of extras, but otherwise 7 from it. Good over from Sahal. PACC are 156 for the loss of 7 wickets at the end of 17 overs. 3 overs to go in the PACC batting innings. And as we get through to the end of the innings, Aaron Bush back in the comms.
Thanks, Cannon. What looked like it was going to be a big score is a middling score at the moment. We'll find out if it's going to be enough. 3 overs remain, 156 for 7. Mohsin Khan with the left arm again. Cut away, work to do. Adil Mahmood cuts it off, keeps it to 1.
Late cut there. Would have liked to have some more bat on it. Was able to get the gap, but not enough power on that ball to run away to the boundary. Ten runs and over from here, Aaron. PACC can get close to that 190 mark.
Yeah, they're going to need 180 plus, you'd think. We know it's a decent batting track, even though the ball's moving around a touch. Oh, some good death over bowling at the moment going on. Sahal, even when he went a bit wide, and now Mohsin as well. A lot of pressure on the young superstar for PACC, Hafiz Khan. Last of the recognised batters, 23 off 21. As you say, need to try to go at 10s. That's not going to be as easy said as done. So a shuffle. Oh, almost played it onto his stumps. Missed it all, bounced over the top.
100% right there, Aaron. Some very excellent death bowling right now from HKCC. Sahal in the previous over. Now Mohsin Khan continuing. Nice and full. No room for the batter. Can't get underneath. So definitely a challenge to try to get 10 runs from an over.
Only the one so far this over. Slashes at it outside off. Work to do in the deep. Rossley picks up and throws in 1. Wow, brilliant piece of fielding, keeping it to 1, saving 3.
Excellent work there in the deep. Quick to his right. Pick up and throw in 1 smooth motion. And that restricted it to just a single, as you said, Aaron. Every run being saved. Great effort here in the field by HKCC today.
Now, Anas really hasn't been able to get it out of the middle just yet. When he does, it goes big. Is that coming? Or is he going to hole out as many have before? It's a tidy final over from Mohsin. 2 singles so far, 2 balls left of his 4-over spell. A little shuffle across, there it is. It's in the air, has it got enough on it? Cat's trying to figure out where he is. Yes, it does. Finally, he thumps his hand into the thigh pad and says, I've got one out of the screws.
A very good shot there by Anas. just moving and clearing his front leg a little bit so that he can get the full swing of the bat through, playing it straight above the long on fielder, who was positioning himself just to watch it go over.
Ruined what was a tidy over. One ball left of the spell for Mohsin today. And for this season of T20 Premier League. Even the slower full toss. Should just be a single to round out the over. 9 runs coming from the 18th. PACC 165 for 7. 12 legal deliveries remain.
Very well poised match at the moment, Aaron. These next 2 overs can be a decisive one for either team. A lot of runs from the last 2 overs can help push PACC to a bigger total, closer to that 180, 190 mark. But tight bowling from HKCC will keep the total into a very, very chaseable target, as it is at the moment as well.
Sahal Malvinkar to bowl the penultimate over, the final over from the Forest End. Been impressed with his bowling, even with that hat-trick of wides last over. Did struggle against the left-hander. And Anas Khan is on strike. He shuffles across again, and good ball. Maybe taking the pace off it a touch there and completely played over it. Valuable dot.
Yes, Anas trying to get under that delivery, getting low in his stance so that he can launch it up. But unfortunately, still not able to get bat onto the ball.
Watches that one. Umpire Prakash says legal. So back-to-back dots to start the 19th.
Smart bowling here by Sahal. Knows the assignment. Not trying to give any room to the batter. Nice and full.
Shuffles a long way across and same result. Last time he thumped his hand into his thigh pad, it's when he hit 6 and he was happy with it. That one was the one in anger as he's missed out again. Just mixing it up nicely here. He came a long way across, Anas Khan. Missed it all.
Yes, Anas almost trying to hit it too hard at the moment. Not waiting on the ball enough. Will need some adjustment if he really wants to strike this ball.
And he strikes that one all right. That's gone up and over the top. Finally, after the string of dots, Anas goes big again.
And there's that adjustment. Waited, moved across, stepped back, and pulled powerfully over the mid-wicket boundary for a maximum. And exactly what Anas was trying to do the first couple of deliveries of the over. And finally, meeting the middle of the bat in that delivery.
2 balls left of the 19th. And again, Sahal gets it back to exactly what he was doing before the maximum.
Very smart bowling by Sahal. Not fazed by the big hit by Anas in the previous delivery. He understands what his assignment is and keeps it right on the mark.
So the charge, and again, swing and a miss to end the over. And that's the end of Sahal. 1 for 25 off 4. 1 over remains. PACC 171 for 7. Five dots in that over. But there was this one that was nice and big, going all the way through mid-wicket. The final over will go to Ayush Shukla from the Castle End.
.171 on the board for PACC. The batters in the middle up to 20 runs now. 24 for Hafiz, 20 for Anas.
Takes the hand off it, guides it beautifully. That's going to be 4. Just races away backward a point.
An excellent shot there by Hafiz, using the pace of the delivery, a little bit wide, but was able to get enough bat onto it. Loses one hand, but guides it deep into the third man region for a boundary. Boundary off the first delivery. Let's see how Ayush Shukla follows up. False start, get back to his mark.
Now got a third and backward point inside the circle, trying to cut off the cut. Oh, good Yorker length, chopped out. Should only be 1. Anas wants 2. They're going to run. They're going to get there. Out. Great fielding, and that's the end of Hafiz Khan.
Brilliant delivery there by Ayush Shukla, and a brilliant throw right into the wicketkeeper. Diving effort there by Hafiz, but unfortunately could not make his ground. He has been run out.
Hafiz out for 28. We'll have a look at this one on the slow-mo.
Very good throw, clean pickup. Whips off the bails there.
Brilliant effort combining Matt Rosley and David Jakir. Execute a perfect run out. And that's going to bring Gaz out to the crease with 4 balls remaining. It was a risky second. Too risky in the end. Gazumfa. What can he do with 4 balls left? He can dot the first one. There's one he can do. Ayush, nice and wide and full.
Yes, Ayush doesn't need to do anything different. Now bowling towards the tail enders for PACC. Just needs to get it nice and full. Nothing too loose. Should help wrap up the innings for HKCC's bowling.
Too wide this time. Need to re-bowl. A freebie for...
And it's been a costly wide, that one. Was quite wide. And David Yacker wasn't ready for it. Unfortunately, runs away for a wide and 4 runs.
PACC won't be complaining about a free fifer. Pushes the score into the 180s with 3 balls left. And this time a fresh airy. A bit of a missed glove from Jakir, but is up for sent back. Anas might be stranded down the non-striker's end here with 2 balls left.
Probably expects a run regardless of what happens in this next delivery here, Aaron?
You'd think so, yes. Got the wickets in hand. Doesn't matter who's down the non-striker's end. If you can get Anas on strike. Of course, if Gaz can go big, that'll be advantageous as well. But no, it's going to be a wide. Just making the HKCC players spend a little bit more time in the field. Been an hour 45 since the innings got underway. Big top edge, just falling short of loop, and parries it forward. Kinship thought it was going behind him, so they'll get through for the single. Gaz wants 2, and guess what? Anas Khan does not.
Yes, one delivery to go in the innings for PACC. Anas Khan will be the one to face it. Ayush Shukla to bowl it.
The final field change of the innings as Kinshit moves to extra cover. Ayush goes around the wicket. Long on, deep mid wicket, deep square leg. And a long off to go with a deep cover point. Ayush comes in, gets the bumper, goes backward, and he's going to get 4 runs for it. It's a good way to finish off the innings with a boundary for Anas Khan. He moves to 24.
Well weighted there by Anas. Just straying a little bit down the leg side and guiding it behind the short, fine leg for a boundary. And that'll be the end of the PACC innings. 187 for 8 from their 20 overs.
We'll have a look at the batting and bowling card for innings number 1. We'll start with the PACC batting card. Cannon.
Good effort by PACC. Zishan Ali right at the top. 47 from his 22, looking very good. Asrallah Shabir with a 22 from his 7 deliveries when the 2 openers were going well. And then wickets for HKCC. Manjinder Singh just 4 runs from his 10 balls. Tariq Nawaz 6 from his 7 balls. Yasim Murtaza, the captain, gone cheaply for 1. Tanvir Afzal also just 2 runs contributed. Hafiz Khan and Nasrullah Rana held the innings in the middle. 29 for Hafiz Khan and 30 runs for Nasrullah Rana. And Anas Khan with a handy 24 from his 16 deliveries and just a single from Gazamfar Mohammed to close out the batting for PACC. Now over to the bowling, Aaron.
Yeah, 21 extras helping that score along a lot, up to 187. The bowling, 1 wicket for Ayush Shukla, but he got a half century in his 4 overs, 1 for 51. Adil Mahmood, 3 overs, none for 43. Mohsin Khan toiled away, a good 2 for 25 off 4. Luke Jones, the pick of the bowlers, 4 overs, 3 for 25. And Sahal Malvinkar, all 3 bowlers there. They got those wickets, got the same econ rate of 6.25. 1 for 25 for Sahal, and Kinshit Shah just the 1 expensive over, none for 14. So we're in the innings break here in the final of the Cricket Hong Kong China Premier League T20 with 187 on the board. When we come back, HKCC will require 188 for victory. Join us then. Innings break done here at Hong Kong Cricket Club for the final of the Cricket Hong Kong China Premier League T20 series. 187 on the board for PACC. HKCC needing 188. Just some final adjustments, a little bit of paint work being done before we can get underway. Matt Rosley and Martin Kutsia out in the middle. No Anshuman Rath for HKCC today. Aaron Bush with you, and don't forget, post-game we'll be presenting the captain with the Premiership trophy and also having a chat to both captains about how the day went. But before then, we've got to get through the final 20 overs, and of course, joining me on comms all day today, the one and only Kanan Asuri. Kanan, was 187 enough, do you think?
Thank you, Aaron. It's going to be a fighting total, I think, but HKCC are a strong batting side.
Mohamed Waheed opening the bowling from the forest end. Kutsia off the mark immediately. Now Matt Rosley, who's been in the runs on the weekend all season, into the Premier League side today with no Anshuman Rath. Job to do.
Still a total to chase, Aaron.
There's plenty of work that needs to be done. We saw how much the pitch gave up early on, at least 47 off the first 2 overs. Then it slowed down a touch. And Waheed to Rosley. The left-hander just dots it back. Like for like, putting a left-hander in for Anshuman Rath, so keeping a left-right opening combo for HKCC. Deep third, deep square leg for the left-hander, outside the circle in the power play. Oh, squares Waheed. Squares him up, gets the inside edge as well. The finger goes up from umpire Prakash. Rosley has to depart for a 2-ball duck. The first wicket falls for HKCC on 1.
Good ball, cramping him for room. Just might have clipped the bat and pad. And the umpire signaling it out. Caught behind. And PACC pick up their first wicket. Send back.
Zishan Ali was in the action in the first couple of overs of the first innings, and he's immediately in the action, taking a good catch behind off the bowling of Waheed. Rosley has to do the long walk back. And I would think that's Nazakat coming out to the crease at number 3. Confirmation it is. Slightly different start for HKCC than PACC. But they bat deep, as does PACC, as we saw from Hafiz and Anas. Don't want to put too much pressure on that middle and top tail order. Want to only be a couple of wickets down, perhaps, going into the drinks break.
Very important for the top order to score runs to reduce that target they're chasing.
No run through point. Captain Yasin Murtaza is removing the slip. Sunny Singh goes to the mid-wicket region. Makes it a 5-4 offside field. This is a good start from Waheed. Got some real premier speedsters in this PACC lineup, with Waheed, who featured in the internationals, Nazrullah Rana. They're 2 super quicks. Last week we saw PACC go to spin in the second over. Will we see Anas Khan next over? find out after this delivery. Oh, commentator's curse. Bowl it again, Wahid.
First extra of the innings.
Yeah, there was a few in that first innings, wasn't there? Kind of 21 extras. I think what the score would be if some of those hadn't gone into the scorebook. And again, a dab poked point. Shy. Yasim has to back up. Does so. So it's just going to be 2 runs to start with for HKCC, but they're also a wicket down. They're 2 for 1 after 1. And I don't think there's any change to the game plan here for PACC. Anas Khan having a chat to the captain as the 2 batters, Martin Kutsia and Nazakat Khan, have a chat in the middle. But it will be Anas to bowl the first over from the Castle end. Got a wicket with either his first or second ball last week. It's an absolute beauty. And we've seen what Luke Jones did on this pitch in the first innings, so this is going to be a battle for Martin Kutsia. Will he attack early? Just look to survive the first few overs from Anas. There's a deep mid-wicket. Anyone else out, Cunnan, outside the circle? Might be a long off, standing in the shade. Decides to attack straight up, moving a long way across. Anas follows him.
Well bowled there by Anas. As you said, following Martin as he moves across, trying to make some space to be able to heave it over the leg side.
Again, shuffles. This time, gets it out of the screws, and it's gone all the way.
And that time getting all the way across and perfectly picking it up, depositing it over that mid-wicket, long on region. And that'll be the first maximum for HKCC, coming off the bat of Martin Kutsia.
So what does Anas do here? He's seen twice Martin Kutsia follow him outside the line of off. So he does fire one right onto the middle stump this time. Fuller gets the dot. Again, shuffles across, and that one's going to beat the field as well.
Another strong shot there by Martin, onto his knees, sweeping it into that mid-wicket region, just about 2-3 meters to the left of the fielder, but hit powerfully into the boundary.
This is good attacking from Kutsia. So again, and it's gone through. He gets the breakthrough. He gets him revenge. Anas Khan gets the wicket of Martin Kutsia.
Very good bowling there by Anas. Unfazed by how Martin Kutsia was moving around in his crease. He kept his line. And that time, Martin unable to get a touch onto the ball. And the ball ricocheting into the wickets. And Anas picks up his first wicket. Another wicket for PACC. That will bring out Sahal into the middle. Big swing there from Martin, but missing the ball. But Anas right on the money, hitting the target.
Two wickets, not even 2 overs. A man nicknamed the cheat code for HKCC, Sahal Malvinkar. Stand up punch out to long off, takes a single, will retain strike, 11 runs, good for HKCC. A wicket, not so much. After 2, they're 13 for 2. The HKCC dugout, sitting in the shade on a very warm Sunday afternoon in March. PACC will be very happy with this start, even 11 runs coming from the second over. But both openers have gone. Waheed to Sahal. He punches and goes for 4 straight away.
Very good stroke there by Sahal on the up, playing the cover shot, a little bit upish, but into the gap, picking up another boundary.
Shuffle down, this one's on the leg side. Same result, 2 bounces 4.
Saw the adjustment coming from the bowler, Waheed, moving down the ground and pulling it hard over the mid-wicket fielder who's inside the circle, racing away for another boundary. Good start to the over for HKCC, 2 4s from it.
What does Waheed do now? Sahal showing his intent, going at a strike rate of 300. Waits on it this time, same result. Hat-trick of 4s.
Beautiful shot there by Sahal, waiting, playing it square of the wicket, and picking up another boundary. 3 for 3 for Sahal in this over.
2.5 overs, quarter century up now for HKCC. They rebuild the innings. Calls a catch, cut off by Anas, just lurking at fine leg inside the circle.
Good work there by Anas. That ball flew off the leg side, the pad and bat of Sahal. Good work to get behind that delivery.
Swing and a miss this time. Good fight back from Waheed after those treble of 4s. Got a deep mid-wicket and a long on outside the circle inside the power play. Captain Yasser Murtaza just hovering in front of our broadcast area down at long on, which means an easy single to finish off the over and retain strike for Sahal. He'll move to 14. HKCC after 3, halfway through the power play, they're 26 for 2. Anas to bowl a second. Said pretty expensive for 11, but got the wicket, and that's what's important. It's all about wickets today. And Cunham. We didn't see many wickets in that first game, the Women's Premier League match. 0 wickets from the bowlers in the first innings, yet that side still won. Today, a lot more. 7, 8 in the first innings, 2 already. So we've already lost an entire side today in 23 overs. Oh, that's got awfully close to squirting on through.
That's another good delivery by Anas. Now bowling towards Nasaka. Playing it inside, gets the inside edge. Able to run across for the single.
He's fired up, Anas. And his racy red shoes as he has each week. Zuckett looking to get off the mark. 3 dots to start with. Oh, squared up there completely.
Good pressure here from Anas. Nazaket still looking for that first run.
This time uses the wrist onto the leg side into a gap. Does get off the mark and off strike. We saw Luke Jones cause issues in the first innings. Anas already mixing it up. Yassim and Gaz to come. Some hard work out there, but Sahal's making it look easy at the moment. 15 off 8. And calls a catch. No one out there to catch it, unfortunately. 4 runs.
Yes, a very good shot there by Sahal. Opening the face of the bat, up and over the cover fielder. No one deep in that region. And picking up a boundary. Back live now.
And again, looks to wind up, and he's going to get beat the field. Tariq Nawaz can't cut that one off, or is it Aslan? Either way, nobody could cut it off. That's 4.
Very good hitting by Sahal here. Onto the leg side now, just wide of the fielder to his right. Picking up another boundary. Back-to-back 4s there.
Final delivery of the 4th. And calls a catch again over the top, and it's going to be another hat-trick of 4s to round out the over. Sahal's on a march. He's 27 off 11 after 4. HKCC 40 for 2.
Very good shot. Very similar to the first boundary on the offside by Sahal. A little bit less uppish, more into the gap. And again, another 4. Hat-trick of 4s to end this over. So some good overs here by HKCC after a quiet start to the innings.
That. I was about to say, until my headset died, that that's very clever power play from Sahal. Knew that there was no one in the deep on the offside. Go up and over the top, open the blade up. Not high risk, but high reward. And there's going to be a change from the Forest end with the captain into the attack for the first time today. Yassim Murtaza. Can he break this partnership? It's a pretty decent partnership. The Cat's only on 1. He's on strike. He gave himself some room and then didn't know much about it. As it flew off the outside edge.
Good bowling by Yassim. Just following Nazaket there. Tried to make some room moving to his leg side to open up the offside for himself.
This time stays in the crease, punches hard down to Shabir at long on. Finds another single. Now Sahal, who's in a hurry.
Punched off the back foot there by Sahal. Pick up another single. Powerful hit there by Nazakat Khan. What he was trying to do in that first delivery, made himself some room and was able to cut it away into the cover region for a boundary. Picks up his first boundary of the innings. That should help settle him down. Down the ground, tucking it to the leg side, but straight to the square leg fielder inside the circle. Will be a dot ball to finish off the 5th over. 6 from it. And HKCC are 46 for the loss of 2 at the end of 5 overs.
Anas Khan to have a break, and Nasrullah Runner to take the ball from the castle end. I saw him last week for the first time in a while, and he'd shaved that head. I told him he looks very fierce. Looks intimidating, scary as he comes steaming in. And he just did his usual very polite smile and laugh. When you talk to him, he's not that scary, but he looks scary, and he bowls scary fast. But on this short boundaries at HKCC, sometimes the pace is a benefit. Even if you just find a little bit of bat, it can race away. Final over of the power play. Current run rate 9.2, which is there or thereabouts of the required runway, of course. And these two putting on a good partnership. As I said earlier, rebuilding the innings after the openers both departed. And comes down the wicket and flat bats. Watts for 6. Should have taken that one, Hasnain. Sitting on the park bench. Could have caught that one.
Good strike here. 1-2 steps. Picks it up as a short ball, horizontal bat, and over the mid-on fielder for a 6.
There it is, using the pace of Runner off the first delivery. Stay still. Oh, the inside squared edges are going to get 4. That's the other one I was telling you about. Well, it doesn't matter how it comes off the bat. It's going to come off fast, and that one lucks a fortune, but still finds a 4. The 50 up already with the 6, and now up to 56.
Good ball there by Nasrullah Rana. Was able to get that gap between bat and pad. But an inside edge that runs away for 4, though, behind the wicketkeeper.
So shuffle down this time. How much is on that one? Wait for the signal, but it's 4. Just one bounce. Again, Sahal, boundary.
Runs are flowing for HKCC now. Another couple of steps down the ground. Picking it up as a short ball. Cuts it over the infield. And a 1-bounce boundary for Sahal, who's raced on to 42 from 16 deliveries so far.
Outrageous. 42 off 16, similar to what Zishan was doing early on.
And after that slow start by HKCC, they're up to 60 now, with 3 balls remaining in the power play.
And whether the choice to go back to pace doesn't seem to be working just yet. That's a good ball. He'll keep that to a dot as Anas Khan fields it at mid-wicket. They've got at least 12 overs from spinners between Anas, Gazampha and Yasim. They do have to find 8 other overs, of course, from Waheed, Nazrullah. Hanveer doesn't bowl anymore. Hafiz can bowl. I've not seen Aslan Shabir bowl, but I assume he can. Seems to do everything. Another little step and gets yorked. Good comeback here from Rana after going for 14.
Very good ball there by Rana. Knowing that Sahal is looking to get forward in his batting, bowling a Yorker. Slightly slower as well, having to adjust to the speed. Final delivery of the power play here for HKCC.
A little bit of extra bounce brought the length back there. So it's going to be boundaries in the first half, dots in the second half, 14 runs. Coming from the sixth power play done. HKCC 60 for 2, needing another 128 off 84 deliveries.
Good batting here by HKCC after losing the early 2 wickets of the openers. Nizakit and Sahal out in the middle, building up this partnership. Yasim to continue. Now with the fielding restrictions done, the fielders have spread out. Onto the leg side, tucked away. Just the one as Zishan Ali chases it down. Traditional fielding set for the spinner. Deep. Blocked away. Traditional field for Yasim. Deep fielders at square leg, mid wicket, long on, long off, and deep covers. Sweeping that one out to the mid wicket fielder for another single. Very important for these two batters in the middle to keep the strike rotating, keep the scorecard ticking. Ease onto the leg side. Punch down the leg, out to mid-wicket. Very, very tidy over by Yasim. Made some room and just over the long off fielder. Picks up the 6 to end the over. Very good shot there. And a 6 to end off the previous over. 10 runs from it again. And HKCC going 10 runs and over so far, 70 for the loss of 2 wickets at the end of 7 overs. Anas to continue. Sahal now at 44 from his 22 deliveries, going at a 200 strike rate. Steps down the ground, hits it powerfully straight, and he will pick up the boundary. Very good batting by Sahal. Gets to the pitch of the delivery and meets it straight down the ground for the 4. Back live. A big swing there. Fortunate that it did not disturb the woodwork there. Sahal getting down, playing across the line there. Probably Nizaka letting him know to keep his wicket, continue building this partnership. Good ball there by Anas. Quicker delivery there, and Sahal racing down, missing the delivery. Zishan collects it cleanly and whips off the bails, and there goes the 3rd wicket for HKCC. Brilliant bowling there by Anas Khan. Quicker through the air, gets some turn. Tidy work behind the wickets by Zishan Ali to whip off the bails for the stumping. And that ends the very handy knock from Sahal, who is stumped on 48. And HKCC are now 74 for the loss of 3. And a very good partnership comes to an end for HKCC. That will bring out the captain. Kinshit Shah out into the middle. HKCC still need 114 more runs in this chase. Good first delivery there from Anas to Kinshit. Trying to work it onto the offside. Just drifting down the leg there. Signal to wide. Good hit, but straight back to the bowler. And that'll be the end of the 8th over for HKCC. They are 75 for 3. Still need 113 more runs from the last 12 overs in this chase. Going over 9 runs and over right now, 9.38. Quick discussion to see who will pick up the bowl now. And it looks to be Shabir to come into the attack. He'll be bowling some left arm offies. As the captain Yasser Murtaza electing to go to some more spin. Good first delivery. Nizaka shuffling down, tucking it onto the leg side for a single. Expecting PACC to use a lot of spinners now. Try to make it more difficult for HKCC without the pace coming onto the bat. Cut away to the leg side, straight to the fielder for a quick single, and Kinchit shies off the mark. Powerful strike there by Nizaka. No movement in the field, and it runs away to the boundary. Excellent shot there by Nizaka, making some room onto the offside, smashing it through the cover region for a 4. Slower delivery. Picks up the single there. Cut away there by Kinchit. But a good first over from Arslan Shabir. 7 from it. And HKCC are 82 for 3 at the end of 9. As we go into the 10th over, let's welcome back Aaron Bush into the comms.
Thanks, Karan. While I was on that little break, I was talking to a few people and I thought, they've got to take pace off here. They should bowl Arslan Shabir. And I asked, does he bowl? And yes, left arm orthodox. I come back from the toilet and he's having a bowl. Now, Anas is going to bowl out here, take us up to the drinks break. He's been good, as always, but he's only got 6 legal deliveries left to try to generate another wicket, perhaps. He's got Nizaka on strike. Hit back, takes the catch, and he does it with his first delivery of his final over.
A brilliant ball there by Anas. Excellent stuff there. Flighting it up, but not enough on the ball. And Nizaka plays it right back to Anas, who has a safe pair of hands to pick up and dismiss Nizaka Khan on 20. And that will send us into the drinks break. And as we bring up the batting card for HKCC, Martin Cortzia and Matt Rossley opening the innings today. Martin with 11 from his 6 deliveries before being bowled by Anas. Matt Rossley gone for a duck early. Nazaket Khan, the latest wicket to go for HKCC, caught and bowled by Anas again for 20 runs, and Sahal with a handy 48 from his 26 deliveries before he was also dismissed by Anas. Kinshit Shah out in the middle right now, awaiting his new partner when we come back after the drinks shortly. Looking at the bowling, Aaron?
Dominated by one man, 3 for 30 off 3.1. Anas Khan getting the job done for PACC in the first half of the second innings. Mohammad Waheed chipping in with a 1 for 15 as well, getting that really early wicket. None for the captain so far off 2, none for 16. And Nazrullah Runner just the 1 over. Expensive going for 14, and Arslan Shabir just bowling the 9th, none for 7 so far. So an even battle as we're in the drinks break, but not for much longer. The ground staff just cleaning up. And there's a summary of where we're at so far. 187 for PACC. So another 106 required in the final 10.5 overs for HKCC. And a little bit of adjustment. We'll get a check on who's gone out to the middle as well for HKCC. A big wicket from Anas Khan. Yet to be logged. But it will be Luke Jones joining the captain. He'll be on strike. And Alice has got 5 balls left. Chance to get more wickets.
Captain Yasim Murtaza rewarded for continuing with Anas Khan. He was able to deliver with another wicket. Now we're back live.
Jones comes forward, smothers onto the offside. Might just need to see him off. We've yet to see Gaz, have we? Gaz hasn't had a bowl, so an able replacement for when he's bowled out on us. Fires one in. Ears were burning. Mohammad Gazamfa does the fielding for us, gets on screen.
Yes, expect a spin tandem after Anas is done as well. Good stroke down the ground for a single there for Luke Jones as he gets off the mark.
Fires it in, cuts away. There's 2 in that region. So can keep it to 1. Can't ask for much more in your final over from Anas. Tidy. Wicket. Can he close it out here? We know Luke Jones can hit big. He's happy to punch onto the leg side. Thoughts of 2. I don't think there's one there, though. Well, there's one, but not a second. That's the end of the over, and that's the end of this spell for Anas Khan. 3 for 33 off 4. He's bowled out. We're halfway mark. 10 overs done, 10 remain. Hong Kong Cricket Club are 85 for 4. Gazumfa's warming up just there, top left of screen. So, as we expect, he'll take over from Anas from the castle. And Arslan, who was tidy in his first time I've seen him bowl. Seen him bat a couple of times. Be lefty to lefty. Still making adjustments in the field. Deep square leg, deep mid wicket, long off, and deep cover. And a long on. Fires it in, and a big fresh airy from Jones to start with. Looking to slog sweep to the short boundary.
Yes, making some room. Similar kind of movement by a lot of HKCC batsmen.
Well, stand-up punch doesn't get anything on it, which is probably fortunate as it dribbles to Hafiz long off. Finds the single though. A lot of chat in the field for PACC. They can sense something here. Fired in again. Oh, just wide of runner. One bounce four.
Good shot there by Kinchit. Just waiting in his crease. Sees the ball and able to place it just past the mid-wicket fielder. A wide, long-on fielder.
Back live, fires it in again and past the bat this time, back to Dot.
Good changes in pace by Shabir here. Some quicker ones and some flighted ones.
Fired in again, but fired too far outside off. It'll be extra. That was what was rare, actually, Cunnin. Having a look at the scorecard going into the drinks break, 9.1 overs. Just the two extras. Remembering HKCC gave up a 21.
Yes, very disciplined bowling here by PACC. Nothing extra. Making the batsmen really work for every run that they get.
Stand-up punch out to runner at cow corner. .96 off 55. The run rate required up over 10. The run rate dropping below 10 as Luke winds up and just chops down backwards. So it's going to be the end of the over. 11 done, 9 remain. 96 runs required. Hong Kong Cricket Club 92 for 4.
Very quick over there for PACC. Shabir running through that over as well. 3 top balls. Very valuable for PACC now.
Not much breeze out there this afternoon. There was plenty this morning. It's just a little breeze, a gust here or there. It's pleasant. Warm, 27 degrees. I can tell you, over there behind Zishan, the Hong Kong Cricket Club swimming pool is packed. People getting in early for summer when it's only the middle of March. Gazumpha, the 2024-25 Premier League Bowler of the Year, to bowl his first over number 12. Drops one in short. It's pulled away out through mid-wicket. And he generates the one. Cunnin, this is the battle I'm interested in seeing. Gazumpha versus Luke Jones. Because Luke, being a spinner himself, can really ruin the rhythm of other bowlers when he's got the bat in hand and in a mood. Like that in the air, but it's going to split the gap. I think it's 4. Yes, it is.
Right you are, Aaron. Was a quick shot by Luke Jones there. Picked up the ball very early and able to split the fielders there on the leg side and picking up his first boundary.
Fuller this time. Wants the dab poke single, not there. We saw a few people trying to do that to Luke Jones at point. Fee scampered through for quite a few risky singles. Leake's not interested. Dropped in short again, miss hit. Out to long on.
Yes, this is going to be a good contest here. Premier spinner with a lot of runs for HKCC to go for.
Two lefties to bowl to as well. Kinshit wants the single here, will get it. And it's going to be a dot to finish with. So 7 coming from the 12th. Hong Kong Cricket Club 99 for 4. Going past the halfway mark of the run chase, HKCC. Another 89 required. And this is interesting. Going back to pace from the Forest end, Nasrullah Rana, who went for 14 in his first, bowling from the Castle end. Even using the 4 spinners, they still need to get 4 overs out of Nasrullah and Waheed. And they've got 2 out of Waheed already. Maybe looking to get out of this over, depending on if Nasrullah can find a wicket or keep the runs down.
An opportunity here for HKCC maybe.
Yorker length chopped away, will get cut off. Out, deep cover.
Good delivery there by Nasrullah Rana. Full outside off. Kinshit could do not much other than to play it to the cover fielder, pick up the single.
Yeah, we saw some good death over bowling in the first innings from HKCC. If Nasrullah's not going to bowl the full 4, he probably has to bring out the death over bowling now. Chopped away out to long off, Hafiz Khan. Again, able to keep it to 1. Nasrullah in again, just singles to start this over. Oh, full toss this time, and won't even be a single, it'll be a dot. Tidy start. And just jumped off Mike there, Kanan, because I noticed somebody out in the field that I hadn't seen today. Navdeep Singh is at deep point. I believe Manjinder Sunny Singh is off, reasons unknown.
Yes, a good over coming back into the attack by Nasrullah Rana.
Two singles to start with. Help bring up the 3 figures for HKCC. That's aerial. And the catch taken by Hafiz Khan. Nasrullah Rana gets the breakthrough. Kinshit Shah, the captain, must depart for 10.
Great delivery there from Nasrullah Rana. Kinshit looking for the big shot, not able to get enough distance on it. Up in the air, and a safe catch by Hafiz Khan down at long off. And that is the end of the captain for HKCC, Kinshit Shah, as he departs for 10 from his 13 deliveries. HKCC are 101 for 5. After 12.4 overs. And PACC looking very confident and energized out there in the middle, picking up another wicket.
It was a massive call by captain Yasser Murtaza to bring Nasrullah back in after getting belted for 14. But what an over it's been. 2 singles and then trying to attack Kinship. Goes straight up in the air. And Hafiz Khan, a well-judged catch. He had to look up in the very high and this big orange ball up there as well in his eyesight. But he did well. And that brings George Loop to the crease at number 7. A very handy batter and not normally batting at number 7. That's how good this batting lineup for HKCC is. So they're not done yet. They've got a job to do as the run rate required creeps up towards 2 a ball. 87 off 44. Nasrullah Rana with 2 balls left of his second. Oh, a bit of chin music for George. Not the cricket ball violin to give him some chin music.
Great first delivery for Nasrullah Rana towards George.
A wry grin on the face of George Loop. Welcome to the Premier League final from Nasrullah Rana. 1 over the shoulder, so he can't do it again. He's only got 1 ball left of the over. Will it be the Yorker? The patented Nasrullah Rana Yorker. No, he's going to keep it short and wide and finish off a very good over. 2 singles and a wicket. Coming in the 13th, Hong Kong Cricket Club, 101 for 5. Talk about the pendulum swinging either way, and all of a sudden, feels like it's swinging slowly back towards PACC with that wicket. The spinner's doing a good job, and now even the quicks chipping in with a wicket.
Yes, good bowling performance so far from PACC. Very tight, very disciplined. Nothing loose for the HKCC batsmen to get onto. And it's been a tough time out there in the middle for everyone that's been there, with the exception of Sahal, who made some runs.
Luke Jones, he winds up, toe of the bat. No run available. The pressure continues. The run rate required continues to grow.
Yes. Now with every dot ball, HKCC just going to have more pressure added onto them.
It's high on the bat, it's in the air, but it's going to pick a gap out on the bowling green. Won't make the boundary. Will generate 2.
Luke Jones looking for that big hit into cow corner. Gets a lot of height on it, not enough of the distance. Dribbled in the field. Fielder's able to round out and cut it off for just the 2.
And what is not a big ground, that is by far the longest boundary. It's almost a right angle down there, right at the edge of the new pavilion. And this one looks like it's got better purchase. Hafiz watches it fly over his head. That's a maximum.
And that one, Luke Jones gets it right out of the middle. That one has all the distance on it, right over the bowler's head, and able to pick up the maximum.
Back live and cut away. This could be a boundary as well. What brilliant effort. The slide from runner keeps it to 1. Gunnan, when Luke Jones is at the crease in any game, you cannot write off HKCC. He can just, he's a closer. Just when you think HKCC is done, he can finish a game off. So, work to do still for PACC. George Loop looking to get off the mark. Oh, he's going to get off the mark in style. Wow. I think that's 6. That's a way to get off the mark, George, after getting some chin music last over.
And a powerful strike there by George. Waited on that ball, full face of the bat, over crowd corner, hitting that pavilion sign of the Hong Kong Cricket Club.
This is live, goes the reverse, but reverses it straight to Wahid at backward point. Big over comes to an end though. 15 runs coming from the 14th. Hong Kong Cricket Club staying in it. They're 116 for 5. Nasrullah runner, after that very good over, is going to bowl another. They've got decisions to be made. What do they do from the castle at Gazumpha, getting punished by both the left and right-hander. And Luke starting to look comfortable, 18 off 16.
Very good cricket here from HKCC. They need to really look to push it deep into the innings, keep the scorecard ticking. 72 more required now.
Swats it, swats hard, swats for 6.
A brilliant stroke there by Luke Jones, waiting on it, short pitch, onto it on a flash, and deposits it over that mid-wicket boundary for another maximum.
This is the end that left-handers like. They've got the short boundary to the leg side, and Jones taking full advantage off the first delivery. And this is going to go straight on this one. That's going to be 4.
Very good batting here by Luke Jones. Smashing this one straighter. 1-2 bounces and into the ropes. 10 runs so far from the first 2 deliveries of the over. Exactly what HKCC needed at this point in the innings.
Goes the slower Yorker and chops away for a single. He's got 11 runs this over already though, Luke Jones. So his job is done. And George Loop down the other end. And Cunnan, this morning we saw a massive 83-run partnership between Natasha Miles and Lemon Chung to break the hearts of Craigengower Cricket Club and their supporters. That's what's on hand here for PACC fans. It's Luke Jones and George Loop going to guide this team home in the last over, perhaps like this morning's final.
Definitely like to see these two continue to build their partnership. I'm sure they have a good chance of achieving this for HKCC.
Gives himself some room and misses it all. It's a dot. A wicket would be handy for PACC right about now. If they can't find the wicket of Luke Jones, it'll have to be the wicket of George Loop. There it is again. It's going to be called wide. Too much bumper on that one. Saw a Yush do that. Now it's runner's turn. Another rare extra for PACC today.
Nasrullah Rana just making sure George Loop doesn't get comfortable. Doesn't want to become too predictable, especially when there's hard-hitting intentions from both the batters in the middle. Go hard on every ball almost.
Again, lots of pace from Nasrullah to beat Loop. 60 off 31, so just a tick under to a ball. Even if this is a dot out, they got the 12 this over already.
That's right, Aaron. Just 12 runs and over. Not impossible, but definitely will keep adding pressure if they have dot balls that come up in the coming overs. Want to keep that asking rate as low as possible.
Punches hard, punches well, finds the single, will retain strike, so it'll be 13 off the 15th as HKCC move to 129 for 5, netting another 59 in the final 5. After Gaz went for a few, I think the captain's going to bring himself back on here, just there right of screen. 2 overs, none for 16 for Yassim, gone at 8s. Say that's expensive usually, but if you can do that again, I'd be pretty happy. The run rate required just under 12. I think he thinks he can target the relatively new batter of Loop. On strike now, but of course it opens up the right-hand leg side short boundary. Yassim around the wicket. So the reverse is on. Big top edge over the top of Zishan's head, spinning away. Wahid does very well, keeps it to 1.
That'll bring onto the strike Luke Jones. After hitting those 6s and 4s at the start of the previous over, he's been quietly watching from the non-striker's end. He knows the number that he's targeting. Will want to guide HKCC now through the final 4 overs.
He gives himself lots of room. All of that effort just to pick out deep square. Now Loop back on strike, winds up, swats it out to deep mid-wicket. Singles a win for PACC at the moment, as long as they can keep the boundaries under control.
Yes, I'm happy to give away singles for the rest of the over as well. 3 more to go.
See how much Luke shuffles in the crease this time. Goes the reverse top edge, chance for Anas Khan, takes the catch! The dangerous Luke Jones departs from an absolute screamer from Anas Khan.
An absolutely brilliant take. Luke Jones trying to switch up his shot. Gets a thick top edge and a quick diving effort from Anas Khan and holds on. And that dismisses the dangerous Luke Jones for HKCC. He heads back to the dugout for 30 from his 21 deliveries. And HKCC in a spot of bother. 6 down for 132.
Watching Anas live outside our broadcast area just then, I think at the beginning he didn't pick that up. He was flat-footed and didn't realise it was coming his way, then went, oh, I've got to move here. And I didn't think he was going to get there, to be honest, watching it. And then right at the end, the dive lunged forward, got the hands underneath it, and he's made the rest of his teammates very, very happy. The captain with a wicket in his 3rd, 3 singles and a wicket as Mohsin Khan comes to the crease.
Brilliant over so far from the captain, Yassim Murtaza for PACC.
Floats it up there, and Mohsin can only dot it back. 3 singles and a wicket coming in the 16th. Hong Kong Cricket Club, 132 for 6.
Very good over there by the captain, bringing himself on, backing himself, and was able to provide the big breakthrough for PACC as we look into the dugout of HKCC.
There's Luke Jones there, perhaps ruining that little reverse lap It was looking good. Now a job to do for George Loop and Mohsin Khan. Still a long way to go. Another 56 runs required, 4 overs, and Mohammad Waheed will come back into the attack. Good first up, getting a wicket straight away. 1 for 15 off 2.
Yes, requiring 14 runs and over now for the final 4.
Goes short, gives himself some room, George. Swats out to deep mid-wicket. Dots and ones invaluable for PACC as they push forward. 55 off 23. Every one and every dot pushes that run rate required up.
Bowlers for PACC don't need to do anything fancy. Keep it line and length. Make the batter have to change their intentions to make runs off the bat.
I think we'll see a few of the wide Yorkers as well at this point, like that.
Brilliantly called there, Aaron. Right on the money. Well executed by Waheed. What do you have for us next delivery here, Aaron?
That's a good question. That's all I had. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. New batter at the crease, Mohsin Khan swinging hard, keep it full and wide. He moves across to try to negate that, and he'll get away with it because Mohsin moved a long way across. No! Too far across the body this time, umpire Prakash. That was line ball, I think, because Mohsin moved a long way. Well, Heed's not happy, and must see him having a chat. What was your call on that one, Cannon?
Was expecting a little bit more of a back of the length, knowing that the batter would expect something full.
Another good one from Waheed. No doubt about that one. The pincers are tightening around HKCC from the Pakistan Association Cricket Club. 2 runs off the over so far. 3 balls left to the 17th. And the run rate required continues to grow. Oh, right on the toes again. Rinse and repeat for Mohammad Waheed.
Excellent bowling by Mohammad Waheed. Nice and full. Can't get under the ball. Mohsin Khan just having a swing at the deliveries, but no contact yet.
I think George Loop's just saying, don't try to hit everything for 6. Just get bat onto the offside. There's a single there and get me on strike. When he can't find any bat on ball at the moment. 54 off 19 now. 17 runs per over required. Creeping towards 3 a ball, Cannon, and creeping towards the near on impossible.
Yes, indeed, Aaron. I don't mind batting teams backing themselves up, but 50+ runs in the last 3 overs leaves no margin for error.
Shuffles across already. Same result though. What an over from Mohammad Waheed. Putting the pressure on. Mohsin Khan unable to find any runs off the bowling of Mohammad Waheed. And after 17, HKCC are stalling. They're 134 for 6. Look at that run rate required, Cannon. 3 a ball. Exactly 3 a ball from here. Can they do it?
It's going to be a lot of hitting right now for George Loop out in the middle. Have seen crazier things, but I believe calmer heads should prevail as the captain Yassim Murtaza bowls out his final over.
Fires it in, and another dot. They just continue, and the pressure continues to mount. PACC can sniff a victory here. Soft hands, no single available, another dot. Say one hand on the trophy already for Captain Yasin Murtaza. 4 balls left of his spell. Goes the reverse. Going to find some runs. Just one. Good fielding from Aslan. Strong arm in the deep.
Very tidy bowling by PACC the last 2.5 overs. No boundaries, many dot balls. And that's a big hit there by Moen.
Aslan getting underneath it. Day takes the catch. Mohsin Khan departs for an 8-ball duck. And HKCC lose another on 135. Have I missed something? Nope, there he goes.
And finally able to get a lot of bat on that Mohsin Khan, but skies it. And the catch is completed out in the deep. That'll be the end. That'll be the 7th wicket down for HKCC as David Yacker comes out into the middle to join George Loop. 53 more required for HKCC.
I was going to stay at the start of the inning, the over, I should say, Cunnitt. I've seen 47 off 3 overs. Well, I don't think I've ever seen 50 plus to get a victory. And now it's even less than that with just 2 balls left of the 18th. David Jakir on strike. Oh, he's going to start with a 4. Only just a 4, almost went for 6. It's only a metre inside the rope.
Right into the batting and right amongst the scores. Quickly pulls that over backward square and the boundary.
Back live for the final delivery from Yasim today, and that's going to be just a 4 again. Almost hit the picket fence, just a metre inside is what I am talking about when I say just a 4. It's almost a 6 2 times, but it'll be back-to-back 4s for David Jakir to get off the mark. A little bit of late resistance, but it may not be enough with only 2 overs remaining.
.45 needed now, Aaron, from the last 12 deliveries.
What's the sums on that per ball? A lot. 12 into 45. It's slightly less than 4, but only just. George Loop on strike, 11 off 13. And I reckon we're going to get to the end of this game and the difference could well be extras versus extras. It's going to be very, very close to being HKCC extras minus PACC extras, and that's going to be the exact score for each team. Here we go. 12 balls remain. Final over for Mohammad Waheed. Swatted straight and just over the top of Yasim for 4. So hat-trick of 4s over 2 overs for HKCC. Some late resistance. Only have to go at 4 and over. Good start.
4 runs a ball there, Aaron.
Oh, that's right. Not an over. 4 runs a ball. That's slightly more, isn't it? But that helps. Now 41.
Will be exciting to see how HKCC can approach this. Boundaries all the way through for the remaining 11 balls. Do get them over the line. A tall ask for any team, any batter.
As they say in the classics, not impossible, but pretty close. Be 1 victory. HKCC will celebrate for a long time if they can find 41 off 11. Gives himself room, gets the dot. 41 off 10. Now it's more than for a ball. Got that one right, Cannon.
Yes, now it's going to be very much a closing argument for HKCC, how close they get in their chase, as PACC look to tighten up and close out the remaining 10 balls.
No noble losses in a Premier League final. As Wahid comes in again, aims at the stumps, chopped down late by Loop. He'll find a single as Anas Khan keeps it to 1. Nine deliveries remaining. All Wahid needs to do is bowl his line and length, even if it goes for a boundary. It doesn't hurt too much. There's no more extras, no extra deliveries. Well, there we go. I will be quiet. Late in the afternoon, some tired bodies in the final. Just drags one down the leg side.
Been very tidy so far, Mohammed Wahid.
Oh, gone straight through. And that's another wicket for Wahid. He gets a second. Jakir departs.
Good ball there by Mohammed Wahid, continuing his line nice and full onto the off stump and dismisses the HKCC batter David Yacker. Bowled for 8, and HKCC lose their 8th wicket for 149. With just 8 deliveries left in this match, PACC can see the finish line very close.
They could actually bowl HKCC out here as Ayush Shukla comes to the crease. Now Ayush is not going to die wondering. He knows there's 8 balls left, probably too many runs to get per ball, but he's going to try to hit every ball for 6, I'm sure. Still mathematically possible. Ayush winds up, punches Wahid down to Hafiz at long on for a single.
One ball remaining in the 19th over. 38 required.
Swatted away. Won't get past Yasim. Loop will retain strike, but that's the end of another great over. 8 runs coming from it, but another wicket. Only 6 legal deliveries stand between PACC and being crowned the 2026 Premier League T20 champions. Minus extras, it is now mathematically impossible to win. I do believe it's mathematically possible to tie if they hit a 6 off every ball. But without an extra somewhere. So mathematically, we could have a super over. On what has been quite a long day. That would just push us into dusk territory. Nazrullah Rana will bowl the death over from the castle end.
Definitely something that I think will be on the minds of HKCC when they look at the final score they end at, they finish up on. 20-odd runs on the extras. They could be chasing something around 160, 165 only.
Runner to Loop, who flat bats him straight back, only as far as Yasim. So now Without an extra, it is mathematically impossible to even tie.
And a brilliant showing today by PACC.
It has been an all-round effort. I think they got off that blistering start in the first half of the power play. Lost all those wickets but fought back, the likes of Hafiz Khan. And we weren't sure 187 was going to be enough, especially early on with HKCC putting on the runs. But the fight back, especially from Anas Khan, every time he was called on, he could find a wicket. Nasrullah to Ayush, who goes up in the air, a chance for a catch, and I think it's the sub. Navdeep Singh taking the catch at point, and the 9th wicket falls for HKCC.
A big swing there by Ayush Shukla, leading edge, and a good, well-judged catch there, running backwards, backpedaling, and holding on. That's the 9th wicket that goes for HKCC. That'll bring out the final batter, Adil Mahmood for HKCC. 4 deliveries remaining.
Even the 12th man stepping up for PACC. In the final over, a well-judged catch, as you said, Khanat, running backwards from Navdeep. Nasrullah, he's now got 2 after starting his first over going for 14. And again, chance to bowl HKCC out here. Get the total victory. Either way, we'll be talking to Captain Yassim Murtaza post-game and presenting the trophy to PACC. We'll try to get a chat with Kinshid Shah just to find out what he thinks went wrong today. Not much. It's a pretty even game, but just not able to get the runs on the board in the second innings after winning the toss, electing to have a bowl. I think Kinshid wouldn't have been too upset with 187. But in reply, 152 for 9 as runner comes in to Adil. And that'll be a dot.
Yes, lots of brilliant moments from both teams. Moments when the game swung either way. After the first innings, PACC would have been happy with the score on the total. Always good to have runs on the board in a finals, which puts a lot of pressure on the team chasing the score. And once again, that pressure has been very useful and well used by PACC.
Goes onto the stumps, and that's the ball game. The Premier League for 2026 T20. The champions will be PACC.
A great delivery there from Nasrullah Rana to finish off the PACC bowling innings and the HKCC batting. And a brilliant victory and all-around showing from PACC. As we take a look at the batting card one last time in this year's men's T20 Premier League finals. Martin Gortze started off the innings, 11 from his 6 deliveries. Matt Rossley gone for a duck. Nazaket Khan coming in next with his 20 runs. Sahil Maklava made a lot of runs, 48 from his 26 delivery. Captain Kinshid Shah, only 10 runs from his 13. Luke Jones with a valuable effort in the middle, 30 from his 21 deliveries. George Loop, the lone man, not out in the end, 18 from 18. And going into the bowlers, Mohsin Khan gone for a duck. David Yacker, the wicketkeeper, 8 from his 3 deliveries. Ayush Shukla, 1 from his 2 deliveries. And the final wicket to go for HKCC, Adil Mahmood bowled. And they wrap up their innings scoring just 152 runs, falling short by 35 runs. And over to the bowling, Aaron?
Just the 6 extras in this bowling effort from PACC. Mohammed Waheed, 4 overs, 2 for 25. Anas Khan, every time he came on, he got wickets. 3 for 33 off his 4. A 2 for the captain, Yassim Murtaza. Nasrullah Rana cleaning up the tail there, 3 for 30. Aslan Shabir chipped in with a couple of overs, none for 14. And Gaz just bowling the 2 overs as well. None for 22. So it will be a 35-run victory for PACC, and they will be crowned champions in 2026. I'll have a chat to the captains, both Yasser Mirza and Kinshid Shah very shortly, plus we'll be presenting the trophy. Stick around for that one. There's the match summary. I'll leave it to Cannon to run through, and I'll join you all very shortly.
Thank you, Aaron. And what a brilliant game of cricket we had this Sunday afternoon between the HKCC Men's Premier League T20 team versus the Pakistan Association Cricket Club Premier T20 team. A lot of batting there. 187 runs scored by PACC thanks to Zishan Ali right at the top, 47 from his 22 deliveries, helped in the middle thanks to the efforts of Nasrullah Rana, 30 from his 23, and Hafiz Khan, 29 from his 25. Luke Jones, the pick of the bowlers from HKCC, picking up 3 wickets for 25. Mohsin Khan, 2 wickets for his 4 overs and 25 runs, and Sahal with the other wicket, 25 runs from his 4 overs. Looking into the HKCC batting innings, Sahal was the lone standout performance with 48 from his 26 deliveries. Luke Jones with a valuable effort, 30 from his 21. Nazakat Khan couldn't get on, just a start there, 20 from his 17 deliveries, as PACC were able to bowl out HKCC thanks to the likes of Nasrullah Rana picking up 3 wickets for his 3.4 overs for 30. Anas Khan, some say could be a man of the match performance. 33 runs, 3 wickets from his 4 deliveries, picking up vital wickets and taking a brilliant catch as well. And Mohammad Wahid with 25 for 2 wickets from his 4 overs. And that'll be all from today's match. Please join us shortly for the post-match presentation and award ceremony. And we would like to thank you and welcome you back as we wrap up this brilliant season of the Men's T20 Premier Series 2025-2026. Join us shortly.
So ends a fantastic festival of cricket here on a Sunday afternoon at Hong Kong Cricket Club with the Cricket Hong Kong China Premier League T20 Series finals in the morning and afternoon. In the morning, the Hong Kong Cricket Club getting the victors, but in the afternoon, it was PACC by 35 runs and will be crowned the 2026 champions. This is the post-game presentation, and we're going to talk to the two captains first. First, we'd like to invite in Kinshit Shah to have a chat. Fabulous effort from HKCC to get into the final, but in the end, just wasn't enough, Kinshit. In the first innings, were you feeling like that 187, you'd restricted them low enough?
With the start they had, I think they were 2 point something for 55, and the way the bowlers came back, I think they bowled really well, good line to control them. We took regular wickets, so I thought 188 was a chase that we could have chased down, especially with the short boundaries.
Started slowly in the second innings, but then started to pick up. Sahal really put you back in the game with that innings. It was a really good one to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. The way he was batting, he was seeing the ball really well, hitting the ball very cleanly, but the discussion was always that someone from the top four should have batted all the way through, but that didn't happen.
Well, commiserations today. Runners-up in the 2026 competition, Hong Kong Cricket Club. Now we'd like to invite in Yasin Murtaza, captain of PACC. Since we're both left-handed, I'll do a right-handed interview with you. Yasin, big smile on your face, pretty happy.
Yeah, credit goes to the boys, the way they played whole tournament. So I think they deserve win.
Back-to-back, big win last week to get into the final and then off to a flyer with Zishan. You must have thought maybe 200 plus was on the cards.
Yeah, the way both opener batted, we were thinking about 230 to 240, but again we lost few wickets in the middle. Credit goes to those three, like Nazrullah, Hafiz and Anas. They stood there, they take that game deep, so we got that total what we were looking for.
Let's go to the second innings, and it was you kept it tight early, and then the fight back from Sahal, as we just talked to with Kinshit, sort of swung in the HKCC favour, then your bowlers struck back again.
Yeah, we did get our early wickets, but we all know Sahal, how good he is. But luckily we got him out, so after that, again, credit goes to all the bowlers. They keep them tight.
And we must mention the player of the match in the final. The player of the final, a 3 for 33 plus a 24 not out. Anas Khan was amazing today.
Yeah, Anas, he's been doing really good for us from a lot of years. So he knows how to handle the situation.
And that catch he took right at the end there, I thought he had actually missed it. And then all of a sudden diving forward, getting on camera with a spectacular catch as well.
Yeah. We all know he chip in either fielding, bowling or batting. He gives his 100%, so all credit goes to him.
Well, congratulations, champions of 2026. Stick around, Yasin. We're going to invite in the chairperson of Cricket Hong Kong China, Mr. Burji Shroff, to hand over the championship trophy to the winning captain, Yasin Murtaza. Okay, the trophy is there. We'll invite in all of the PACC players now to celebrate as we round out the broadcast for another successful Cricket Hong Kong China Premier League T20 series. Congratulations to HKCC Premier Women in the morning, and in the afternoon, a 35-run victory to Pakistan Association Club. Now posing for some photos. And we'll wait to see if we're going to get a big rah. There we go. Yeah, congratulations to PACC, champions of the Premier League T20 series for 2026. That wraps up the series for us. Thanks to everyone who's been working in broadcast throughout the many weeks of the Premier League. Until then, Aaron Bush signing off.